Let me tell you about what truth she knows that she's sharing. It's very important. And we've been through this because at a time when I grew up in the projects and I didn't really know, I knew how to make money, understood the stock market, but I never could picture myself being rich. And all I did was I would do trade so I would have money to pick up girls, go live in London, go live in Mexico, but I never really accumulated money. You know why? Because I never could picture myself accumulating money and having it. It wasn't that I didn't want it, it just wasn't consistent with my view.
It's not what's not your priority.
But what we learned was that when we got to be around, I got to be around a lot of rich people because I understood some of this, and I was like a tool for them to be able to get rich. And so I would see things, and so rich guys would hire us for me to do this stuff. But the thing is, once we got around rich people, it raised our level of what we expected for ourselves. It changed what we expected to have, and it wasn't long. We didn't actually sit down and make a map of how are we going to get from here to there. Our lives changed, and we ended up with a life very similar to those people that we got to be around. And we learned this rule, which is the people you are around, that's what your life is going to be. And a lot of people come in, the people who believe in the stuff that they're doing now. Now they're wondering, how come George Soros is rich and Alicia is rich, and how come I'm not rich if I'm doing these things? And the answer is, you're not doing the things that George Soros and Alicia are doing. Because what they're doing is, they don't think Wall Street is a bunch of stocks but the stock market. The people who really are on the New York Stock Exchange will explain to you, if you're ever lucky enough to get to understand them and know them, there is no such thing as a stock market.
True.
This was originated, people used to congregate here on Broad and Wall Street under a buttonwood tree. You know why? Because people who had really good businesses, who felt that that business was ready to expand, they would come and they would show and talk about their business under that buttonwood tree.
It's true. It's not a bargaining chip, folks. The Wall Street, the stock market is a real deal. It's the most fascinating invention by a human being, and I don't quite understand why people think it's a casino, because they don't spend the time to understand it. It is the most fabulous, wonderful invention by a human being, and believe it, there are so many people has been wealthy
and
using
let me tell you why it works so well, and why nobody else's stock market works as well. Because you don't see, everybody wants to come and do ours. Why? There's other ones.
Because it's established that there's an accountability. If you lie,
that's right,
you go to jail.
Yes, because
Period.
America, we're so brilliant at making systems, and a lot of people don't think of this. You can go and do stuff and invest in some guy's business in Mexico or China, but you know what? 90% chance he's going to lie to you about how much money it makes. Now, the big chance that you're going to get screwed. You got to go, when they make
Eat
deals
with them
each other,
one at a time for years and years.
When they go make deals with each other, they go out to lunch with each other for years to figure out if they can trust each other. And in the end, they screw each other anyway, and they go kill each other. But you see, in America, what's happening is we're so brilliant in making systems. And all these companies are getting audited. And even so, there's occasionally somebody like this Blankfein or somebody who end up cheating and stealing, but they go to jail. Because we're so good at systems, we enforce the systems, and we do it so well that it works. So I can actually invest in this chip company with people that I don't even know, but I can look at how much money they make, and everything I'm reading is true.
That's true.
Because it's the American. That's the thing about the market. We've got a system, it's an exchange, where they enforce rules, and the systems are so good. That's what makes it work. A lot of people don't think about that.